everybody, it's Jill with Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. I hope everybody had a happy Mother's Day. I know I had a wonderful Mother's Day, nice and quiet. I had a call from my daughter, and I talked to my son, and I went to church with friends. It was a great day. I hope you had a great day too. Alright, we're going to be using one of these Dollar Tree frames, and they have these little hooks on the back in two places. I've already taken one of them off, so let's just take the other one off. And they come off nice and easy, and then I'm hoping we can just, look, it popped right out. Pops right out. So we're going to take that and set our frame aside, and let's put our little tools here in a cup. Okay, now, so that did come right off, and it is a little rough, but that's okay. We're going to do some painting on this, and we're going to start with some dark. First I want to wet it. I want to wet my board, and shaking my water. I want to shake these paints up real quick too, because I don't use these apple barrel paints that often anymore. But I'm just going to paint this so it looks like water, and it's not going to be perfect. I'm not an artist. I do have a saying that we made with Cricut vinyl, and it is floating around my table here because of my ceiling fan. So I think I will just situate that so it doesn't, we don't lose any letters. So I'm just going to take this and squirt my wood. It just helps the paint go on easier, and I want this to be like water, you know, like the ocean. So let's grab some paint brushes, and like I said, we're not going for perfection. We just want this to look like water, and the bottom we want to look like sand. We're actually going to be adding some sand into this project, so we're just gonna dark that up. We'll go lighter and lighter as we go up into the sky. And back down here. We'll also add a little white, you know, the foam from the ocean. And this was the color bright blue, but it's actually looking more turquoise to me. I think somebody is here. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's my neighbor. Hopefully my neighbor's getting company, because I don't recognize the car. Alright, so now I'm going to put just a little bit of the, this one's called Aqua Sky. And we're just going to dab some of that into our ocean here. And just kind of blend that. Go a little lighter up into our sky. And I'm not an artist by any means. I love holding a paintbrush in my hand, but I am not an artist. Alright, now we're going to take our lightest blue, and this one is called Blue Cotton, and these are all apple barrel paints from Walmart. I'm going to just spray my brush and wet my brush a little bit, because I don't want to spray my board. And I'm just going to pick up some of that skyish blue, and I'm just going to dab some of it in and go up into our sky. Just like so. And then we'll work that down into our ocean a little bit. Blending. I need a little bit more up in this corner. And there we have it. Put a little tiny bit in the water down here. just to keep it consistent. And there we have our ocean. Now down the bottom, we're going to add sand. And I don't know the best way to add the sand. This is what it looks like when you buy it at the Dollar Tree. And you get a lot of sand, 0.77 pounds, 350 grams, so there's plenty there. So I already have one opened, and I think the best way to do this is to go with some, I was thinking Elmer's glue, to be honest with you, but I think we'll go, I think we will, it was going to be either Elmer's glue, or it needs to be a wet glue, or this wood glue from Super Glue that you get at Dollar Tree. But I'm going to go with the Elmer's glue, the good old-fashioned Elmer's glue, because it dries clear, and I need a lot of it, and I'm going to probably smear this with a paintbrush too, but let's get some on our surface. Now this is going to be nice and messy. Did you hear me say nice and messy? We are taking a positive messy and turning it into a, you know what, we'll use the Mod Podge brush. Turning it into a positive. Do you see how I did that? Okay. So here we go. We're just going to spread that out nice and thick on our, I'm going to add some white paint like foam. You know how the ocean comes up and causes, but we're going to do that after. I want to get this nice and thick and put my sand down on my board. And I don't really want too much where my frame is going to go, because I'm going to just cut this because I stapled it and I don't feel like taking this staple out. Alright, now here comes the fun messy part. We're just going to start adding sand to our beach in a thick layer, staying away from where my frame is going to go, or I'm trying to anyway. Alright, so now we have to let that, prop this up somewhere, and tap it down a little. It's very thick, because we want to grab as much of that sand as we can. And I'm sure we'll have to go back, if you've ever played with sand, and do another, maybe another layer or two. So we're going to let this dry for, I would say, probably 10 minutes. I'm going to let this dry. Can't blow it dry, so I'm just going to press down good, and I'm going to let this dry for about, I don't know, 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes. And then I hope you can see that we will be back, but it will be a flash to you. Okay, it's been about 9 minutes, but I'm a little anxious. So let's see. We are going to trade parchment paper here. And I am going to take it, not much room here, and I'm just going to dump it onto some clean, I don't know what just happened over there, onto some clean, I'm going to tap it really good and get as much as I can off. Alright, look at how beautiful that is, you guys. Let me see, I really don't think we need to cover another coat. So I think that's perfect. So I hope it's coming out as pretty on camera. Let me get this into a little paper cup so that I can get it into my bag here. Save that sand. If I want to go back later and put some more sand on it, I can. And what I need is a little clip here. just to keep this closed so we don't have sand spilling all over the place here. Here, I sound like my New Englander family. Okay, as I am a New Englander. All right, let's look at this again. OMG, you guys, is that not beautiful? All right, I do want to add a little bit of white paint too. Let's just get some things out of the way. I want to add just a little bit of white foam at the edges of our shore. And you know what? I don't know. I might have to wait. No. Should be okay. It's not blowing any sand away. As a matter of fact, I'd like to blow a little bit. I think we're good. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna put my paint in a little cup so that because I'm gonna probably pick up some sand with my paintbrush, and I don't want that to get into my jar of paint. So, oh my goodness, pour this a little bit. I'm kind of floating today on cloud 9. I ended up getting that's way too much, but that's okay. I ended up getting some good news this morning that I can't share. It's good news though, and I just am kind of on cloud 9 about it, and just really being grateful and thankful, appreciative, all the things. You know, it's an answer to prayer for sure. Sometimes God doesn't answer our prayer in His time, in our timing, right? Because I started feeling hopeless actually, and feeling like this was never going to happen. And I got news this morning that it's going to happen. So, praise Jesus. I know it's you. I know it is, because it's almost a miracle, because it would have been almost impossible. Okay, so I want a little bit of white foam, not a lot of white foam. So I think I will spray my brush with water it down a little bit. And then I'm going to dab it into my white paint, just to get a little bit. I'm going to dab some of that off, and then I'm just going to go where I feel like it would be more. You know how it's kind of more in some places? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to squirt my brush, which is squirting everything else over here, and I think I might have just got white paint on my forehead even. Alright, so then we're just going to kind of, you know how waves go? So I'm just kind of going like waves. You know, more in some places and less in some others. I'm going to dab it in there one more time. I should have squirted it. I'm just going to put a couple of sprays up higher, as the waves are crashing in. There we go. That is it. We have tons of, let's put a couple white caps in. Alright. Oops, I just put my thumb in my wet sand here. So, now I know my sand is not dry. It's just not falling off. There is our ocean. Okay, now I really wish this was dry because I want to frame it. Let's see if we give it a little zhuzhing with our heat gun, if we can speed that up a little bit. I'll do that for a couple minutes and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I think we are good to go. I think we're good and dry. It is beautiful just like it is, but I have some words to put on And I already cut it out with my Cricut. It's sticking to something, and I have it on press and seal. And it is a little large, so hopefully it is going to show up, but I don't know. I thought I measured it, so I'm just going to take it off of the press and seal. I'm taking it off backwards this time. Where is my scraper? Let's make sure it knows what we want here. We're scraping it onto our press and seal. It's curling, and that's why I'm making it a dramatic sweep there, because I'm trying not to catch it on the way back. All right, so take it off. Whoops, get off there. Oh, no, you stay there too. Oh, no. Sometimes you go back to catch and pick up something else and the other thing comes off. Alright, we're almost done. I know this is very hard for you to see because it's white on white, but trust me, you're going to see it in 1 minute. It's going to be worth the wait. Okay. Now, here we go. It says a little sand between your toes. You gotta remember the frame is going to be up here. A little sand between your toes. I'm going up as high as I think I can. Okay, I think I'll commit to that. A little sand between your toes helps to take away, here I can actually bend that a little bit like a pleat and make it work. It says a little sand between your toes helps take away, and I have a that is not weeded correctly there. Helps take away all your woes. Let me say that again. A little sand between your toes helps take away all your woes. So we're rubbing that in really, really good with our finger. That's really all we need when we're working with press and seal. If you were working with a transfer tape, you would definitely want to use a scraper or a roller wheel thingy. Alright, now I do need my tweezers because when I pull this up, I do have to weed. Oh, stay down. Stay down. It's always a little more difficult on a painted surface. I don't know why. Okay, it weeded itself. I don't know why, but it is. Maybe if I had Mod Podged this first. Just go back and rub it all in some more. But I like to do this in front of you. People might be wondering, why aren't you cutting this out? But I really, really, really want you to. I don't work for Dollar Tree, trust me. I don't get any money from Dollar Tree. If anything, they get all mine. But I want you to know, because some people say, oh, don't use the Dollar Tree vinyl. And I'm just giving it a good, honest review. You see me use it here all the time. All the time, especially black and white. Now, I'm going to not lie. The glitter, yeah. You don't want the glitter. Alright, let's see. This will, it's the painted surface that is throwing off the vinyl. It does not have a lot of adhesive on the back, which I think is why people don't like it. But it just because it's not as sticky as some other vinyls doesn't mean you can't work with it. Probably a beginner, if you're going to use something big, a beginner can use this, for sure. Definitely practice with Dollar Tree vinyl as a beginner. If you are new to Cricut or a Cameo machine or any of that, because you don't want to waste your money on the more expensive vinyl. But I can't remember the last time I bought any craft vinyl. The only vinyl I did buy recently was some permanent vinyl, because I make car decals, and those definitely need to be heavy duty because they're out in the rain and the heat, and they go through car washes and all that. So I wouldn't trust Dollar Tree vinyl on that. Although I have never tried their permanent vinyl on that. I should probably put a decal on my own car and try that and see how long it lasts. I really should do that. I really should. Oh, I'm picking up a letter. This is my E was sticking here. So you can see that it does require patience, but it's not impossible. And this could have sand under it. It could be 1,000 reasons, but the bigger your font, the better it is. This is a small font. It's a little small, not really small, but it is for having not a lot of adhesive. See, the bigger your thing, the more adhesive it is going to have. My B is sticking to my letter. I am almost done, so I'm going to just keep going and take that B and put him back on at the end, because we are really done. See, my B is sticking to my, I don't know if you can see that. So let's save the B. Let's save the B. All right. I'm going to stick that over there, and the B went on the between, and A needs to stay, and I have this little A. There we go. All right, now I'm going to press this all down, and with the warmth of my fingertips, it kind of just hits that adhesive and makes it all just lay down. It knows it's supposed to be here now. And what a cute sign. It's way worth the time, right? A little sand between your toes helps take away all your woes. And isn't that true? Maybe not all your woes, but it really helps make those lows a lot better, doesn't it? All right. Oh, that S does not want to stay down, but it will. It will. All right, now here we go. Here's our ocean with our beach and our sign, and it's probably really, really hard for you to read, but trust me, it's adorable. All right, now we're going to put our frame back on, and we're not going to put our those hanging things that keep it attached, because I don't want to use those. I want to put a hanger, a beaded hanger, and we're going to add some starfish and a sand dollar. But we need to put our glue. I don't think this one's plugged in, but we need to put our glue around it, because it came with, I don't know where I did, it came with those little hangers, which we'll save those little hangers, but we are going to, I want to look at something here. We are going to use a beaded hanger. I'm going to put a sand dollar. I don't know if I want a starfish and a sand dollar or if that's going to be too much, but I think I want it on the frame like that. So I'm going to wait, excuse me, I'm going to wait until after I put my frame back together here. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I am, I forgot to, I don't know why, I forgot to turn on my glue gun. So I have to let that heat up and we will be right back. I think. Well, we'll be right back. Okay, so that should be heated up. I also think we'll add a little bit of the super glue, wood glue, if it's not clogged. Where I get this at the Dollar Tree. Don't I get everything at the Dollar Tree? So I'm just putting it on in a few places where I'm not going to be putting hot glue. Just for extra hold, because we're not going to be screwing the hardware back into it. Okay, so now I can put some glue, oops, a glob there, around the inside corners, the middle. You really don't need to have too much. It will hold. I'm just going to go up the top here. And then we will just place this right down onto our frame. Or right back into our frame. So push that down. And like I said, you might have a little sand in places now that were not there, right, in the beginning. So let's hold this down and give it some good pressure. Holding that down. And I'm going to put the sand dollar and starfish on the front. But if I had smaller ones, and actually even if I had real ones, they would be going on the inside, down in the sand. And maybe when I flip this over, I don't know, I just think they're so big that I kind of want it as a big embellishment on the frame. But we are going to leave this like this and take our beading tool and get some jute, and we are going to string some beads. I need, one fell off. We need an even number. This is going to be our hanger. So we're going to just put all our beads. Hopefully this will take 12. I think I counted out 12 beads. Hopefully it'll take 12 beads. If not, we'll just do it twice. Couple on at a time if we can. I stretched this beater out. That's what's making it hard. I tried to pull it through like rope, which was silly. I tried to force it through rope. You know, you can get it to go through jute, but rope is a different story. And so this one is, but I'm still using it. I'm not ready to give it up yet. So it still works. I just have to force the big eye through things because I tried to force it through rope. Alright, I have 12 beads on here, and now I'm going to thread my jute through the eye of the needle, so to speak. And then we're just going to push, whoops, it's tangled. We're just going to push our beads right onto our jute. Take off our needle, and now we have a hanger. I'm going to put a knot down at this end. And a knot, whoops, got a bead trying to get away, down at this end. We're going to snip the rest of it off. We don't need all this is so that those beads don't come off. In case this falls off ever, if it was hanging on the wall and decided to fall, you wouldn't have beads going everywhere. But this knot needs to be doubled because those beads fell right over that knot. So let's knot that twice, maybe 3 times. Once more for good luck. Okay, now here's my top and where is my bottom? Okay, so this is the top. Can everybody see? We have 12 beads on here. We're going to have 6 on each side, and we're just going to take our hanger and glue this right to our backing. Let's just get something to put that knot down in there. And then we're going to put glue on the other side and do the same thing. Glue that down. Find some scissors and trim off some of this leftover jute here, because we're going to also glue this down. And put one of our little popsicle stick pieces. Oh no. Oh, here's one. I might have to make another. Put our here's one more. Put our popsicle sticks down to hold that down better. Make sure it's not going to go anywhere. This one as well. And then this finished is almost finished. I mean, this project is almost finished. We will put our sand dollar. I think this is so beautiful just as it is. Let's look at it. Oh. That cobwebby off. Can you see it, or is there too much of a glare? I hope you guys can see it. It's really, really, really pretty. And then we have our hanger. All right, now let's make sure all of our little letters are staying down, and let's put our sand dollar. See, if they were little, I'd put them in the sand, but they're not. So we're gonna just attach them right here to our frame, right in the corner. So we're gonna put some here. And I'm just gonna set this right in the corner. And then this one we're going to overlap. So I see it's going to need some glue here. And here. And here. Hold that down. Ouch. Hold that down. Look at that. I have to admire it for a minute. Is that wrong? Oh my gosh, you guys. This is our finished product. Now is a nice time to give me a thumbs up. Sharing is caring, so go ahead. Share this video, please, with your friends, family, and social media. It really, really helps my channel grow. And make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because we're going to give a giveaway away when we get to 700 subscribers. So help me reach my goal. Hit that subscribe button, and you have to be subscribed to be a winner. So soon, we're hoping. All right, everybody. I hope you all have a blessed day. And until I see you again, if this button works, be good and do good. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye now.